Rare qualities of a genuinely good person. This is in reference to social standards, not forgetting that spiritually and biblically speaking, we believe that all humans are inherently sinful and fall short of perfect goodness. Self-reflection and constant improvement in areas we fall short makes us better for ourselves and everyone around us. 1. Authenticity. Being an authentic person in life is one of the greatest valued traits of humanity. Authenticity often tops the list when it comes to defining a genuinely good person. It's about being real, genuine, and transparent. It's about owning your strengths and weaknesses alike, showcasing your true self without any pretense or facade. When you are authentic, your actions consistently reflect your true beliefs and values. In leadership, for example, authentic leaders do not adopt personas to fit certain molds. Instead, they bring real character to their roles. They do not let hidden agendas or ulterior motives drive their decisions. They remain faithful to their values, despite any personal costs. 2. Kindness. The kindness of a genuinely good person is characterized by a deep-seated consideration for others, acting with empathy and compassion without expecting anything in return. Often going above and beyond to help and consistently displaying thoughtful actions that prioritize the well-being of those around them, even when it's not convenient. Kindness stems from a genuine desire to make a positive impact on others' lives, not just a surface-level act of politeness. 3. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is characterized by a sincere and compassionate act of letting go of resentment towards someone who has wronged them. This is often accompanied by an understanding of the other person's motivations and a willingness to extend grace, even when the offense might seem significant. It's about prioritizing healing and moving forward rather than seeking retribution. They usually are open to reconciliation, and depending on the situation, a genuinely good person may be willing to rebuild a relationship with the person they forgive if appropriate steps are taken towards amends. 4. Emotional intelligence. This refers to the ability to understand, manage, and express one's own emotions, as well as recognize and respond appropriately to the emotions of others. It's the skill of being smart about feelings and using that awareness to navigate social situations effectively. It includes self-awareness, the ability to manage one's emotions, inner drive, empathy, and strong social abilities. A genuinely good man embodies all these traits, making them not only a pleasure to be around, but also a strong pillar of support for those they care about. 5. Honesty. This is characterized by a deep commitment to truthfulness, transparency, and integrity, where one consistently acts in accordance with their values, even when it's difficult. They prioritize ethical behavior above personal gain, building strong trust with others through their reliable and authentic communication. They always strive to tell the truth, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. 6. Positive attitude. A genuinely good person's positive attitude is typically characterized by optimism, a genuine desire to help others, an open-minded approach, a belief in the good in people, a willingness to forgive, and a radiating warmth that makes others feel uplifted and supported. They tend to see challenges as opportunities for growth and focus on the positive aspects of situations, even when faced with adversity. They regularly express appreciation for the good things in life and the people around them. They see the glass as half full and focus on solutions rather than problems. They often uplift others with positive words and actions. 8. Accountability. Many people view accepting responsibility for one's actions as a key trait of a good person. It usually involves an effort to make decisions that aren't harmful to others and taking ownership of them. Taking accountability involves completely owning your actions, choices, and the outcomes they produce. Acknowledging when you've made a mistake without trying to shift blame or make excuses. Essentially, owning up to your part in a situation without deflecting responsibility to others. It involves recognizing your role in a situation and not trying to blame others. Being open about your mistakes and admitting when you are wrong. 9. Patience. Patience is often overlooked, but it's a vital trait for a genuinely good person. It's understanding that things take time and that everyone moves at their own pace. Patience is a form of respect. It shows that you value people and processes enough to give them the time they need. Patience is important because it allows you to navigate challenges with a calm mindset and prevents hasty decisions. This fosters better relationships through empathy and reducing stress by enabling you to understand different perspectives and situations without reacting impulsively. Essentially, it helps you make better choices and achieve greater results in life, both personally and professionally. It is characterized by a deep understanding and willingness to allow time for others to grow, learn, or overcome challenges, often stemming from a strong sense of empathy and a desire to see the best in people. Even when faced with frustrating situations or repeated mistakes, they prioritize kindness and support over quick judgment or rush reactions. This kind of person avoids quick assumptions and instead focuses on the positive potential within others, giving them space to change and grow. Even when faced with repeated setbacks or frustrating situations, a good person maintains a calm demeanor and doesn't easily get discouraged. They are willing to forgive mistakes and offer second chances, demonstrating a genuine desire for positive relationships. 10. Respect. This involves recognizing and valuing the skills, inherent abilities, and importance of others. Appreciating the emotions, perspectives, and experiences of others, even when you may not share the same views. Treating them as equals and offering the same respect and consideration you would want for yourself. Respect begins with oneself. It's almost impossible to respect others if you do not respect yourself. Self-respect is understanding, knowing, and honoring your worth and acting appropriately. You treat yourself and others with the same kindness and consideration you would like or give someone else you care about. 11. Generosity. The generosity of a good person is characterized by giving freely and without expectation of return, often extending beyond just material possessions to include time, attention, kindness, and support. It stems from a deep understanding and concern for the well-being of others. It's motivated by a sincere desire to uplift and benefit others without seeking recognition or praise. Their giving is driven by a pure, altruistic heart. They don't seek attention or boast about their acts of kindness. Their giving is often done quietly and sincerely. It involves being there for others, even when it's not convenient for you. 12. Empathy. Characterized by a sincere and deep ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Actively putting yourself in another person's shoes to see the situation from their perspective, often leading to compassionate actions and a genuine desire to help without expecting anything in return. It's not just feeling sorry for someone, but truly connecting with their emotions and experiences. Empathy stems from a genuine care for the well-being of others. You try to understand one's situation without passing judgment or assigning blame. You actively listen to others to truly grasp their emotions and perspective, not just waiting to respond. Beyond just feeling empathy, a genuinely good person will often take concrete steps to alleviate someone's suffering. 13. Humility. This is the ability to recognize and accept one's own flaws, limitations, and imperfections. It involves accurate self-perception, modest self-portrayal, and a focus on others rather than oneself, allowing for personal growth and better relationships. The humility of a good person is characterized by balanced self-awareness, where they acknowledge their strengths while readily recognizing their limitations. They prioritize the needs and accomplishments of others over their own, demonstrating a genuine desire to learn, grow, and contribute positively without seeking excessive praise or recognition. They see themselves as part of a larger whole and act with compassion and empathy towards others. Despite their positive qualities, they often lack a superiority complex. They do not boast or try to put themselves above others. Humble people readily acknowledge the contributions of others and celebrate their successes without envy. They actively seek constructive criticism and are willing to learn from their mistakes. 14. Integrity. Personal integrity means upholding strong moral values and consistently aligning your words and actions with those beliefs. The concept of having integrity is quite simple. Living with integrity means staying true to your principles in every situation, whether or not anyone is observing. You stand up for what is right. 15. Trustworthiness. Trustworthy people tend to behave consistently and keep their promises. A trustworthy person is reliable and follows through on their commitments and promises. They show up when needed. A genuinely good person is often highly trustworthy because their inherent qualities like honesty, integrity, reliability, and empathy naturally lead to consistent actions and a strong commitment to keeping their word, making them someone others can depend on and confide in. 16. Peaceful. The peacefulness of a good person refers to a calm and serene presence that emanates from someone who is inherently kind, compassionate, and has a positive outlook on life. It allows them to remain undisturbed even amidst challenging situations, often due to their inner harmony and acceptance of others. They tend to respond to situations with thoughtful consideration rather than impulsive anger or negativity, often promoting peaceful resolutions. A genuinely good person tends to have a deep sense of inner peace, is not easily shaken by external stressors, as they are usually content with themselves and their actions. Their positive attitude and genuine care for others create a calming effect on those around them. 17. Selflessness. A selfless person is someone who cares more about the needs of others than their own. They try to understand what others are going through and consider how their actions might affect others. They act with kindness and consideration, recognize that everyone is different and has their own ideas and feelings. They offer support and assistance without attaching conditions or limitations. They consistently demonstrate a genuine and selfless commitment to prioritizing the needs and well-being of others, often giving without expecting anything in return. 20. Reliability. This is all about being someone others can count on. It means you actually do what you say you're going to do. Being dependable, trustworthy, and consistently following through on promises. Reliable people are trusted to get things done and follow through on commitments.
23. They are grateful. A genuinely good person's gratefulness is characterized by a deep and sincere appreciation for even the smallest things in life. Actively acknowledging the kindness and support of others and expressing gratitude readily. Often going beyond simple politeness to show genuine recognition of the positive impact others have on their life. They tend to not take anything or anyone for granted. They don't hesitate to say thank you verbally or in writing, making it clear that they value the actions of others. They actively focus on the good things in their life, even during challenging times. A genuinely good person understands the effort behind someone's actions and acknowledges the positive impact it has on them. They recognize and never undermine the positive impact of colleagues, family, and friends. 24. They include everyone. They leave no one behind. Engage with diverse perspectives, encourage self-reflection and personal growth by challenging existing beliefs and biases. Besides supporting individuals who may be marginalized, they are usually open-minded, and they enjoy learning from others. They often do not lead with a know-it-all, have-it-all attitude. We can all reflect on our own prejudices and actively work to overcome them. When we fail to include everyone, we miss out on a wealth of diverse perspectives, ideas, and experiences that can lead to greater creativity, innovation, and understanding. Exclusion limits growth, weakens collaboration, and creates environments where people don't feel valued or heard. It also prevents us from building stronger, more connected communities where everyone has the chance to contribute and thrive. Ultimately, we lose the opportunity to learn from each other and to create spaces where real progress and positive change can happen. 25. They are considerate. A considerate person is mindful of the impact of their actions and words on others. Considerate people are often seen as compassionate and empathetic. A considerate person is actively aware and concerned for the feelings, needs, and perspectives of others. This is often demonstrated through thoughtful actions, kind words, and a willingness to prioritize the well-being of those around them. Putting themselves in others' shoes to understand their situation and respond accordingly. They pay attention to the subtle cues and needs of those around them and are willing to offer help or support as needed. 26. They spread love. Spreading love means actively promoting kindness, compassion, and positive interactions, while spreading hate refers to the deliberate dissemination of negativity, prejudice, and hostility. The core difference being that love aims to build unity and understanding, while hate seeks to divide and cause harm. Choosing to spread love is a conscious decision to prioritize positive actions over destructive ones. Love is driven by empathy and a desire to uplift others, while hate often stems from fear, anger, or a need to feel superior. Spreading love can foster a sense of community, heal wounds, and inspire others to do the same. Whereas spreading hate can lead to conflict, discrimination, and social unrest no matter how big or small the social environment in question. 27. They are nurturing. They do not neglect or abandon the needs of others, especially their family, friends, or loved ones. They naturally possess a deep sense of care for others, demonstrating compassion, encouraging personal growth, and attentively responding to others' needs. They consistently support those they care about, offering emotional or practical help whenever it's needed. A clear example of nurturing behavior is giving your full attention during interactions with children. Through both words and actions, offering validation for their emotions, giving affection and comfort when needed. Sharing laughter and play, and creating safe mental, physical, and social challenges that encourage healthy growth and development. 28. Transparency. Regardless of the identity you build, transparency is a quality that stands out in every exceptional leader. This transcends individual differences in style and personality. It's at the very heart of high-trust relationships, and it's a prerequisite for building a constructive, high-performance culture. Transparency involves more than just celebrating successes. It also means being honest and open about difficulties, setbacks, and the lessons gained from them. You can build trust, and a genuinely good person would be open, especially with important information that can likely help or save others. 29. Politeness involves adjusting behavior to fit a situation while maintaining respectfulness. Using appropriate language, avoiding hurtful comments, and acknowledging perspectives of others. If you're consistently respectful towards others, and not just those you like or agree with but everyone you interact with, you're likely a genuinely good person, because respect is more than just a sign of good manners. It's a sign of a good heart. Some common ways of being polite include addressing others with respect, congratulating other people on their successes, recognizing inappropriate topics that might make others uncomfortable, greeting others, saying please and thank you, and apologizing when wrong. 32. Courtesy. This is the quality of showing politeness, respect, and good manners in interactions with others. A courteous individual is attentive to the feelings and needs of those around them and often makes an extra effort to demonstrate kindness and consideration. Most people raised in environments where good manners are emphasized likely use polite language and tone of voice. They avoid interrupting others and wait their turn to speak. They also generally respect personal space and boundaries. 33. Responsibility. They are capable of rational behavior and are sensible. They are proactive in identifying and addressing problems. They take care not to cause harm. They are accountable and answerable for their actions. They understand the importance of meeting their promises and living up to their obligations. 34. Self-control. Self-control is considered a good quality in a person because it allows them to make thoughtful decisions, resist impulsive behaviors, manage their emotions effectively, and ultimately contribute to positive outcomes in their life, relationships, and career. This makes them more reliable and responsible individuals. It enables them to act with integrity even when faced with challenging situations. Self-control allows individuals to think through situations before acting, making better choices that align with their long-term goals rather than succumbing to immediate desires. People with high self-control tend to have better relationships, achieve academic success, manage their finances well, and maintain healthier lifestyles compared to those with lower self-control. It enables people to manage their emotions effectively, preventing outbursts of anger, frustration, or other negative feelings that could harm relationships. Demonstrating self-control often leads to others perceiving you as safe to be around. 35. Loyalty. Loyalty means staying true and committed, even when faced with temptations to abandon, betray, or give up. It reflects consistent dedication through both good and difficult times. When you remain devoted and faithful to a person or cause, you demonstrate loyalty. Loyalty is important because it fosters trust, strong relationships, builds lasting support systems, and creates a sense of commitment, leading to stronger bonds in personal and professional life. Whether it's within friendships or family, loyal individuals are more likely to stand by others through challenges, providing stability and reliability. 36. Tolerance. When considered as a trait of a genuinely good person, it signifies the ability to accept and respect differences in others, even when they hold beliefs, opinions, or lifestyles that differ from your own, fostering a peaceful coexistence. It means not judging others based on their differences and allowing space for various perspectives to exist. A tolerant person embraces the fact that people have different backgrounds, cultures, and viewpoints, seeing this as a positive aspect of society rather than a source of conflict. Being tolerant often stems from the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing things from their perspective. We want the best for others as we would want for ourselves. While tolerance means accepting differences, it does not imply indifference to injustice or harmful behavior. A truly tolerant person will still stand up against harmful actions while respecting individual rights. 37. Non-judgmental. A judgmental attitude can narrow your viewpoint, making it difficult to appreciate different perspectives or understand the circumstances of others. Being overly judgmental can lead to conflicts and strain in relationships, as others may feel unfairly criticized or misunderstood. Judgmental individuals often try to impose their beliefs on others, quickly forming opinions about people based on random or superficial factors. They expect others to conform to their standards and frequently label and categorize those around them. This behavior can cause harm and lead to unfair biases. While it's normal for anyone to occasionally be judgmental, a toxic person tends to display this trait constantly. They tend to view situations in absolute terms and often criticize anything that doesn't align with their opinions or standards, beyond the damage caused by hurtful remarks to those on the receiving end. Being judgmental can also have a negative effect on the person making the comments. If unchecked, one can end up rolling down an endless rabbit hole of always seeing the worst in others. 38. Nobility. Being noble means exhibiting high moral character, displaying qualities like honesty, generosity, courage, compassion, and a strong sense of justice, essentially acting with integrity and putting the needs of others before our own, even when challenging or inconvenient. It signifies someone who adheres to high ethical standards and strives to do what is right, regardless of personal gain. Standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. Treating everyone with dignity and consideration, regardless of their background. 39. Pleasant. Being pleasant is about making those around you feel comfortable, valued, and genuinely liked. It's about building rapport without coming across as insincere. And let's be honest, we all want to be the person who walks into a room with good energy and immediately draws people in. People who have good manners, give compliments, and smile often are considered more pleasant than those who scream and curse all the time. It's a collection of qualities that make someone enjoyable, likable, and attractive. Pleasant people are often friendly, kind, and have a positive attitude. 40. Sympathetic. Sympathy is considered a positive trait because it indicates a capacity to understand and care about the suffering of others, motivating individuals to offer support and kindness when needed, making it a key component of compassion and prosocial behavior. Sympathy shows that you recognize and acknowledge the emotions of someone else going through a difficult situation, signifying that you are listening and care about their experience. If we all try to do better and be better for each other, it strengthens trust, connection, and a sense of belonging. When we lift each other up, we create a community where people feel valued, supported, and inspired to grow. It sets off a ripple effect. Kindness and respect spread. Challenges become easier to face together, and everyone has a better chance to thrive. In the end, by improving ourselves and how we treat others, we help build a world that's more compassionate, united, and hopeful. If you felt inspired by this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.